from KSAT 12. The News at Noon starts right now.
It is expected to be an emotionally charged sentencing hearing this afternoon at the Bexar County Justice Center, where a mother will learn her fate for the torture and abuse of her 5-year-old daughter.
Mercedes Lozoya killed in 2022 from that severe abuse. And now her mother, Katrina Mendoza, is accepting responsibility for her role. Her ex-boyfriend, Jose Ruiz, already serving a life prison sentence. And she even testified against him, taking a plea deal in the process.
Eric Hernandez is now joining us in the studio. We understand that this sentencing and everything around this sentencing is very an emotional moment right now.
Yeah, and there's actually a possibility that she could get probation. She did apply for it. I just don't see the judge doing that, though, in sentencing process. But yes, Katrina Mendoza, along with Jose Ruiz, were arrested and charged after Mendoza's 5-year-old daughter, Mercedes Lozoya, died from what was called extreme physical abuse. During Ruiz's trial last month, we all heard about the torture Mercedes went through. Mendoza testified against Ruiz and put all the blame on him, saying all she did was spank Mercedes or put her in timeout against the wall. Here is some of that testimony as she speaks about finding out about her daughter, about the time her daughter had died.
They took Mercedes, and then not too long later, they said that she didn't make it. I have fault, but I don't think that I killed her.
Mendoza was also asked what she was hoping her sentence would be for her testimony, and she said, quote, "I don't expect probation because it's reality. I'm not innocent," end quote. Now, the maximum per the plea deal that Mendoza can get is 45 years. Sentencing is expected to start this afternoon at 1:30. We will be live streaming it on all our platforms. I do want to say I expect this to be a very emotional sentencing, as family for Mercedes, who had been calling CPS and had even asked Mendoza to give the Mercedes, will be in attendance, and they have been waiting to face her for victim impact statements.
That should be very emotional, as you said.
Yes.
Thank you, Eric Hernandez.
The San Antonio Spurs are going international again. This time, Victor Wembanyama is going home and taking the Spurs with him for a couple of games in Paris next season. They will be playing back-to-back games against the Indiana Pacers. The first will be Thursday, January 23rd. Then they will play each other again Saturday, January 25th. It'll be the first time the NBA will play 2 games in Paris in the same season. The Spurs have been one of the more popular teams across Europe when you consider some of the former Spurs like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw from France, Marco Bellinelli from Italy, and Pau Gasol from Spain. The Spurs played a couple of games in Paris back in the 2003 season and again in 2006. They also played one in Lyon, France. And the Dallas Cowboys reaching back to their past for the help in their future. They have signed their former running back, Ezekiel Elliott. After 7 seasons with Dallas, Zeke played in New England last season. Pretty much the worst year of his career, only carried the ball 184 times for 642 yards. The door opened up for him and his return since Dallas lost Tony Pollard to free agency and then failed to take a running back during this weekend's draft.
For the second fiesta in a row, Market Square was a crime scene. 2 people are dead, 4 others injured in a shooting that happened on Saturday night at the end of the festivities. Police say the fight between an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old is what sparked the eventual gunfire. After the 2 men began shooting at each other, police already on the scene jumped in immediately, firing at the men and killing them. There is signage outside of Market Square to indicate that firearms are not allowed in, but there's no security checkpoint, making sure people are following the rules. Our Daniela Ibarra spoke to a city council person about the lack of security.
Do you think security procedures need to change during Fiesta at Market Square?
I definitely think we'll take a look at them right after and do an analysis. I think we need to do that for all of our events.
At this time, the names of those killed and those hurt have not been released.
Outside with Live Cam, talk about perfect timing. Everything went well during Fiesta, then Sunday morning, early, boom, big old huge thunderstorm comes rolling through, a lot of rain, a lot of noise. It was great timing right there.
Good rain, too.
Yeah.
Most importantly, we picked up over 1 inch at the airport, so I guess the Nyosa rain rock did its thing. It all worked out for us. We are looking for a few more thunderstorms, though, down the line this week. There's the possibility for that. Not today, but as we get towards midweek. Today, the theme is going to be heat. We're already at 83, and we have quite a bit of clear sky around us here in San Antonio. You see there are clouds down to the south, and we'll get a few clouds this afternoon, but there's enough sun out there to really push these temperatures. probably near 90 this afternoon. We're already in the mid-80s for Port SA and Stinson. 79 Boerne Stage, sunny skies here after a morning filled with fog. 82 in Kerrville. So yes, warm, and this is where we end up. 90 later today, 88 in Seguin, 91 in Pearsall. Let's look at some of the weather headlines. Active pattern, as I said, so some storm chances by midweek, and some of those storms could be strong to severe. It's hard to pinpoint exact timing and exact location, but the pattern lends itself to that. And we'll also have an April update on the rainfall. It's been a good month for rain. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Guys.
Thank you so much, Justin. Bexar County now ready to spend $10 million on a new home for animals that don't have one. It's due to overcrowding at shelters like the one in Kirby, where the county is not keeping up with the number of animals roaming the streets.
Betty Santos has the numbers that show the need and why this new shelter is likely going to be fast-tracked.
This is a rendering of what that facility will look like.
The design for this facility has been in the works for several years.
Initially planned to hold 48 animals, the most recent approval is to upgrade the shelter to 96 kennels with a price tag of over $10 million and room to add more.
Really at capacity at our current facility, and so the need for a new facility is really essential.
The new shelter will be located at Cagnan Road near 1604 and Highway 90. County Public Health Director Andrea Guerrero says the shelter tackles a public health issue of getting dangerous dogs out of the streets, educating the community, promoting adoption and vaccinations.
It really does, number one, increase the health of the community because it creates safer neighborhoods. It creates a better environment for people to be active and outside.
In 2017, the county opened its first animal shelter in Kirby. Currently, there are over 100 animals housed in the 60-kennel facility, and with the help of other nonprofits, the county staff of 6 in the animal care facility handles over 1,200 intakes each year.
It takes a more humane approach to how we care for animals as well, which is extremely important.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
It is election week. The May 4th joint general and special bond election will be taking place this Saturday from 7 till 7 all throughout Bexar County. Early voting ends tomorrow, and many of you have already showed up to the polls. In fact, 8,225 of you have already voted. You can learn more about how you can vote and where you can go to do so by heading to our website, KSAT.com.
Still ahead, H-E-B announcing a recall on a very popular ice cream you may have in your freezer. We're going to tell you what that ice cream is and what you need to do if you do have it at home.
And we're talking about a huge soccer match coming to San Antonio later this year. Details coming up in sports.
Devastation in the Midwest following deadly severe storms over the weekend. We will show you how many tornadoes were reported from these storms and what happened after. It's coming up after the break. Powerful storms ripping up homes and lives over the weekend. Over the last 4 days, more than 130 tornadoes have been reported across several states, and 5 people have been killed.
Cities in Oklahoma and Nebraska really seeing widespread damage. You see that right there. The town of Sulphur, Oklahoma, practically flattened by an EF3 tornado. Another small Oklahoma city, Holdenville, also seeing an EF3 tornado, which led to the death of a 4-month-old baby. In Nebraska, EF3 tornado also reported near Omaha. And lastly, here in Texas, Trinity County, that's north of Houston, experienced widespread damage from some of those severe storms as well.
It's no longer here. It's completely gone. Cars turned completely upside down. It's kind of unheard of in our area.
Unfortunately, for many areas damaged by these storms, many of them face another round of severe weather tomorrow.
Here, so very quiet. I have a friend who was in Oklahoma over the weekend and narrowly missed being in the path of one of those things.
Yeah, not only were there a lot of tornadoes, there were strong tornadoes, and that's the kind of damage you see with these EF3, EF4s that showed up. And we're not done with severe weather season yet. There's likely more to come. We'll explain coming up. Plus, the aquifer up 0.7 of a foot. That rain on Sunday morning did do us some good. 639.3 in your pollen count. Molds are high at 3,170. We'll talk storm chances coming up.
HEB issuing a voluntary recall of some select Creamy Creations ice cream cup flavors.
The grocer says some of its 12-count packs of the 3-ounce cups actually might have metal in them. The affected products distributed to all HEB locations in Texas, including Central Market, Joe V's Smart Shop, and Mi Tienda stores. The flavors on your screen, chocolate lime orange sherbet combo and the vanilla chocolate combo, are all the ones that are being recalled. So if you recognize this and you bought these products, just take them back to the store where you bought them and you will get a free full refund.
Great Fiesta, dry through 99% of it, but boy, do we need to get on a rain roll here pretty quick. Huh?
I loved hearing so many people got an inch of rain. That was the best news ever.
It was the good widespread rain that we love around here. It didn't come with a lot of severe weather. There was a little bit, but not a lot. There was a little bit of hail here and there. So if we could get some more events like that, that would be a good thing. And now that Fiesta's over with, we got to do a little bit of a countdown. So how many days until, listen up, David.
All right.
Mother's Day.
Oh.
13 days. That's it. That's all you got.
Don't forget your moms.
Memorial Day is only 28 days away, and the first day of summer, 52 days away, and 4th of July, just 66 days away. So we're moving in that direction.
I thought he was going to put the number till the next Fiesta.
Well,
I thought he was going to put my birthday.
Well, we could do that too. Okay. There's a multitude of options next week.
Okay.
Next week, we'll get to that. Rainfall this month, we mentioned it. It's been good. We're at 3.07, so we're 3/4 of an inch above average, which is what you want to see for April. You know, we got to build up a surplus as we head into the summer, and we do have more opportunity for rain this week. For the year, if you were curious, we're at about 11 inches. That is also about 3 inches above average. So doing okay. We could always do better, but as it stands right now, we've benefited from the recent bouts of rain. A little bit of fog this morning. That has since cleared out. We're seeing a lot of sun in San Antonio now, other than just a few puffy cumulus clouds. And temperatures at this hour sitting in the 80s. 83 in San Antonio. East-southeasterly winds at about 8 miles per hour. 85 in the Braunfels, 85 in Pleasanton, 82 in Kerrville. Dew points are still pretty high, so it's kind of sticky out there. I'll tell you, dew points come down just a little bit this afternoon, so it won't feel too bad. But don't get used to it because humidity comes right back up as we get into the next several days. So your forecast this afternoon, 89 at 3 o'clock. We're up around 90 for our high today. 88, 6 o'clock, 86 at 7 p.m. It's a hot one. And temperatures are down into the 70s by, say, 11 p.m. and into midnight. Yes, we do start to add in a very small rain chance, and that's for some drizzle tomorrow morning. Could be a little bit damp as we head into your Monday or Tuesday morning commute, I should say. Now, as we go forward, I want to show you what the flow in the upper atmosphere looks like. It's coming almost out of the west. It's westerly flow aloft. Then at the surface where we are, we're getting a southeasterly wind that pumps in a lot of moisture. This kind of flow is interesting for us. A lot of times we can see little ripples in this flow that can kick off some thunderstorms. It's kind of hard to know exactly when and where that's going to happen. But in this time of year, we've got to watch it because it can set off some storms. Not only that, it helps to create what we call wind shears. You got that westerly wind aloft, you got the southeasterly winds at the surface, and you get the turning of the winds, which is sometimes what you need to get thunderstorms to sustain themselves. So at any rate, with this flow, this is something we're going to watch next couple of days as some of these disturbances roll through. And I think an isolated chance tomorrow, but as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, we get a little better shot at some isolated to scattered thunderstorms. It will not be as widespread as you see here, but it just kind of gives you the idea that there is a chance for some storms. Wednesday going into Thursday, I think, and a few of those storms could be strong to severe. Storm Prediction Center does have parts of our area, or actually most of our area, within a risk, a low-end risk for some stronger storms. This is something we'll keep an eye on, but know for sure that it is going to be humid all the way into the weekend. And here's how I think rain chances play out. We'll call for a 40% chance Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures in the mid-80s. And yes, there could be a couple strong ones in there and still some storm chances even going into the weekend, guys.
Okay, bring it on. Fiesta's over.
The San Antonio Brahmas are on the attack, making them one of the best in the UFL. Highlights coming up. San Antonio Brahmas, one of the best teams in the UFL. After Saturday, they played at the Arlington Renegades and won a few times this season. They jumped out to a lead and then just kept going. Quentin Dormady was 19-30, 164 yards, 1 TD in the first quarter. John Lovett rushed for 95 yards, 13 carries, 2 touchdowns. And that was the difference. Brahmas win at 25-15. San Antonio now 4-1 on the season. The only team with a better record, Birmingham Stallions. They're 5-0. Here's a look at the Brahmas' next game coming up. UFL Brahmas and DC Defenders. That'll be next Sunday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in DC. A rubber match between the Reds and Rangers. Bottom of the first, no score. Runner on when Adolis Garcia goes deep. That's going out. His 8th home run of the season. 2-0 Rangers. Still in the first. Runner on first when Wyatt Langford sends this one deep to center field, but it's not quite out of there. Off the warning track. Bounces around out there on those crazy walls. They can't run it down. He hustles home. That's going to be an inside the park home run. Stand up, young man. You got it. Rangers hang on for the win, 4-3. Rangers will next host Washington, and they hit the road to take on the Royals starting on Friday. Rockies versus the Astros. Houston trying to wrap up the weekend in Mexico City with a series of wins. Kyle Tucker. Boom! That one's gone. A deep solo shot. Right field. Austin Gober was the one giving that one up. Colorado tied it up at the bottom of the second, but not for long. Jose Altuve. That one's gone. The Astros exploded in the 8th. They added 4 runs to go on to win it 8-2. Houston home all next week. They will next host Cleveland starting on Tuesday. Then it's the Seattle Mariners starting on Friday. Hey, San Antonio FC wrapped up their month of April with another road match. They played 3 of their 4 games in the month on the road. This weekend they were in Miami. Luke Hawkinson had a great goal there early in the match to give San Antonio the 1-0 lead. Jorge Hernandez had the assist and Hawkinson delivered the kick. Hernandez has 4 assists this season. That leads the USL. He is now 3 assists shy of becoming SAFC's all-time leader in assists. As great as that goal was, Miami FC scored 2.5. And then they went on to win it 2-1. After the match, Coach Alan Marcina not happy with the team's performance.
I'm disappointed in the result. I do think all great teams must experience adversity. And it's how you respond to adversity which makes a true champion.
Tough loss. We feel like we should have come in here and taken care of business, and we didn't do that. So we've got to learn from it and move on and definitely be better for it, because tonight obviously wasn't good enough.
All right, coming up next, SAFC will host Oakland Roots SC. That's Saturday, 7:30, Toyota Field. This is also going to be Star Wars night, since Saturday is the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Get that?
And having these two teams coming to your city, I think it's going to get a lot of attention, and also not only from the city of San Antonio, for the surrounding areas. I think the people from Houston, Austin, Dallas, you're going to be the epicenter for this game. Also, I think we're going to have a lot of people from out of town and from Mexico. Now, the last time that we had a game here, the borders were closed, so hopefully a lot of people from Mexico are going to make it a weekend out here. And it's, it's just a great rivalry, a great story, and this is only the second time this game is ever played in the States.
Yeah, it's going to be loud in the Dome on October 12th. The Clásico Regio will be played right here in the Alamo City. Announcement was made this past Tuesday at the Dome. Mayor Ron Nirenberg and representatives from both teams shared their excitement for that big match. The clash will happen in front of probably 64,000 plus fans at the Dome.
We are family with Monterrey, with Mexico, and so Liga MX feels quite at home in San Antonio. I hope that that relationship continues to grow and flourish, and it's an opportunity to introduce more San Antonians and people who travel to our region into the international soccer community. We know there's soccer fans, but we know there's a lot more room to grow.
All right, tickets go on sale this week. You can get more information in the sports section of KSAT.com. Once again, that's coming up on Saturday, October 12th, pre-sale Thursday, 10 a.m. for tickets, General Public Friday at 10 a.m. Place is going to be packed. That's some pretty good soccer right there.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
A lot of fans are going to show up for that. Yep. Still ahead in our next half hour, the offer that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is making that could potentially lead to a ceasefire with Hamas.
Plus, what local organizations are doing to help get more people with special needs into the workforce.
New at noon, the Texas Association of Business and the Special Olympics Texas are coming together. They are trying to create and enhance employment opportunities for Texans with special needs.
Earlier this morning, officials with both organizations signed the new agreement. And that agreement is going to be beneficial for those seeking employment as well as those looking to hire someone to their business.
What we hope to accomplish is to help Texans with disabilities find jobs and give employers an opportunity to hire them. And they'll find out that they'll be very productive individuals.
And the signing included leadership officials from TAB, local officials, and community leaders from across the city.
Now to a story continuing to trend online. Musician and brother of Selena, A.B. Quintanilla, apologizing after losing his cool during a performance on Saturday night here in San Antonio at the Tejano Explosion Music Festival. Well, now it seems that his apology video that he had posted on social media yesterday has been deleted.
It all started Saturday night when AB started talking to the crowd about them not being excited to be at the performance. He didn't feel like they were into it, which set him off. He even brought the Cowboys into it, telling the crowd that they should support him and Tejano music like they support the Cowboys, even though they lose every year. That got the crowd booing him. He went on to say that he wasn't going to come back to San Antonio, which some in the crowd didn't seem to mind.
Well, after all of that, A.B. Quintanilla posted a video on social media offering an explanation for his behavior, saying that he's been going through a lot in recent weeks with his health.
His doctors were testing him for cancer, and he hadn't been taking his medication for his mental health issues, so he apologized for his behavior. But when we checked this morning, the video had been deleted.
Taking a look outside with live cam. Gorgeous out there, and our grass is happy, and we are happy. And there's more rain in the forecast, so we're even happier.
Yeah, this is the greenest I've seen grass in a long time, I feel like. The rains have done wonders for our plant life, at least for now. Hey, we had a great time celebrating Fiesta at our KSAT parties, and that's our KSAT mascot. If you haven't seen him yet, that's Mike. He has a great flower crown too to go along with it. But we had some folks take pictures in front of we had a flower wall going. It was a good time. We appreciate everyone that came out. We appreciate all the folks that sent in pictures to our KSAT Connect. And Fiesta now winding down. And as we head into this week, it could be a little bit busy. The timing working out, I suppose, with some rain chances coming back into the forecast. But as we look at dew points, this is really telling. We've still got a lot of thick, humid air that is in place across South Texas. Dew points near 70 here in San Antonio, and even higher as you get down to the coast. A little bit of a dry line setting up across West Texas. That probably stays out there, so that means that our humidity levels are going to stay really high over the next several days. Will that lead to some rain chances? I think it could. Tomorrow, just a small chance of a storm. A little better chance Wednesday and Thursday, and by that point there will be a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. So if we can get some thunderstorms going, which is an if, we could see some heavy rain, at least in spots. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, more small chances at least for some storms. So we'll talk more about this forecast for you and look at the 7-day forecast coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaking over the weekend, discussing potential ceasefire deals with Hamas.
It comes as the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, is urging Hamas to accept what he calls a generous offer now on the table from Israel. ABC's Jay O'Brien with what is in that deal, which could end the fighting in Gaza.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken on a Middle East mission today, publicly urging Hamas to accept what he calls an extraordinarily generous proposal from Israel for a ceasefire in Gaza in return for the release of hostages.
The only thing standing between the people of Gaza and a ceasefire is Hamas. They have to decide, and they have to decide quickly.
White House officials say an Israeli proposal is now on the table and being considered by Hamas.
We want it to last for about 6 weeks. It would allow for all those hostages to get out and, of course, to allow for easier aid access to places in Gaza.
Hamas apparently attempting to put pressure on Israel in the negotiations, releasing a video appearing to show 2 of its 133 hostages. Family of one of them, American-Israeli Keith Siegel, speaking out for the first time.
I and my family fear every day that passes that Keith and the other hostages aren't released, exposes them to potential harm, if not death.
Over the weekend, President Biden on the phone with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, discussing a potential deal and the desperate need for more aid into Gaza. World Central Kitchen today resuming its efforts after 7 of its aid workers were killed. And the IDF releasing video showing U.S. troops working to construct a temporary floating pier so large shipments of aid can be brought in. Back to that phone call between President Biden and the Israeli Prime Minister. The White House says that the president once again urged Netanyahu not to mount a ground invasion into Rafah, that crowded city in southern Gaza, now home to more than 1 million refugees. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
The tools to attack the root causes of homelessness and housing issues in the city is now up and online. The city pushing that new online portal. It puts all of the services you need to keep a roof over your head at your fingertips. This is a follow-up to our latest edition of Know My Neighborhood, addressing housing problems in the city.
It's all about accessibility. It's all about listening to the community, understanding what the needs are. Homelessness, housing definitely go hand in hand.
The portal can connect users to more than 1,000 resources, from utility and rental assistance to eviction intervention. The goal is to help people facing homelessness to find options. It's part of a city 10-year strategic housing implementation plan.
And just in case you missed last week's episode of Know My Neighborhood, or if you want to get caught up on all of our previous episodes, we have you covered. Just look for the Know My Neighborhood tab on KSAT.com. It looks like this right there. That's where you'll find all things Know My Neighborhood, including our latest episode featuring downtown San Antonio.
Hundreds of graduates from IDEA Public Schools getting ready for college. Students from IDEA campuses around the Alamo City filled up Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall on Saturday. They were very eager to tell their family and friends where they're going next. It's a big day for all the students and a sign of all their hard work.
I have my mom here. She's a single mom. And like my whole life has been just her and me, and she has done so much for me, and I've put in so much work just to make her proud. And I'm so excited to show her how she helped me get here.
Within the IDEA San Antonio senior class, 70% of the seniors are going to be first-generation students going to college.
Still ahead, devastation for an Oklahoma town following severe storms over the weekend. What the governor has to say about the damage that he's seen.
But first, how one local mother is able to connect families whose kids might be struggling with sensory issues. That story after the break.
Sensory items help a lot because it helps to develop and culture fine and gross motor skills. It helps with pretend play.
And sensory kits have helped her children, and now a San Antonio mother has created themed kits for other families, giving children a space to be creative and to play.
Tiffany Huertas with how her children's love of sensory activities led this mom to start her own business.
How did this idea start?
So it basically just started with during lockdown, we had a family tamalada that was virtual because we wanted to connect with our family. And my little girls really wanted to make tamales as well. And I wasn't that excited about eating the tamales that they were going to make because, you know, were their hands washed? Were they? So we let them do a little bit, but then I thought, oh, we can do this with Play-Doh.
And that's how Fresh Masa started.
The panaderia is so cute. So you get the little maranito, the pink cake, and the concha.
Meet Catherine Contreras Sanchez, the owner.
As an autism mom, we spent so much time doing sensory things and squishing Play-Doh that I just thought, let's bring that to everybody.
Catherine teamed up with her mom to create these Play-Doh and sensory kits.
My mom is a special education educator, and she has always wanted to do a business with me, so we came together to create Fresh Masa, which we're so proud of.
Her colorful and unique kits are sold inside the Painted Tree boutiques off 410 and online.
So it has a tiny little tortilla press in it, And then you get all these felt things that you can kind of squish in there. It has a little lime, and then it has the carne and the masa.
With these kits, Catherine is sharing her culture and hopes it brings joy to other families.
I feel like we've gotten so far away from some of the traditions that we had as kids because everyone's so busy, everyone's working to make money and pay rent and things like that. And my kids don't have the opportunities to pull the stool up to the counter and make tortillas with their grandmother, you know, like I did. And so I want them to keep that culture in their hearts. And one way to do that is through play and pretend play.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
What a great idea. And it's working.
And Justin's got not so great ideas here if you're on the road on 410.
Yeah, we just noticed this on TransGuide. There is what appears to be something on the road here on the right-hand side. They're trying to get this cleaned up, but they've got 2 lanes blocked off here. So that's causing some slowdowns along 410 near Trey Ridge, and that's eastbound. You can see the slowdowns there. So that's probably going to take a while to clean up. Just know there will be some delays. And then we've also got to mention what's going on here along I-10 way up in Kendall County near Comfort. But the interstate has been closed here eastbound for a while. They had 2 separate fatality accidents this morning. And RJ's wrote a story about this, RJ Marquez, if you want to check it out on KSAT.com. But no, there will be some delays there as well. We've got some warm weather in our forecast today. Temperatures so far 83. The average is 83, so we're going to be above average, that's for sure. Thankfully not to the record of 98, but I do think we hit the 90s this afternoon. That forecast is coming up.
Quite a weekend in our central states. Devastating tornadoes hitting there over the weekend. One city in Oklahoma, in fact, is practically flattened.
The scene in Sulphur is the stuff that you see in history books. Here it is. The damaged houses just gone. Trees ripped from the ground. Entire community gutted by Mother Nature's wrath. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt heading to the small town just a little over an hour away from Oklahoma City.
Definitely the most damage since I've been governor that I've seen. But what I saw downtown Sulphur, it's unbelievable.
At least one person was killed in the Sulphur tornado. At least 30 others were injured.
Meantime, here, very quiet, but we are expecting some rain. Welcomed rain this weekend, or rather this week.
Yes, there's the possibility for that, Ursula. Of course, this could come with some severe weather, so this is the trade-off, right? We know that it's been kind of a volatile last couple of weeks, not necessarily here, but across a large portion of the country. But I think with some of the rain we see here this week, there's the threat for some stronger storms. Here's a look at the severe weather reports over the last 72 hours. And you guys just talked about this. Oklahoma was really hit hard. In total, 129 tornadoes over the weekend. Unfortunately, 5 deaths and multiple injuries. And these stretched from North Texas into Oklahoma, parts of Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa, even around Omaha, Nebraska. There were tornadoes. And some of these were large, damaging tornadoes. And it was just a large swath of the country that had to deal with that. Unfortunately, there is going to be more severe weather today, not as widespread. But that's going to be across the Gulf Coast states. We're not seeing that here. In fact, we're just looking at a few clouds, and today's going to be fairly quiet. We think just partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny skies, and we'll get some pretty warm temperatures. This is the storm system, though, that created all the severe weather, and you can see the spin up here, but it tails all the way down into parts of Louisiana, and there's some big storms going through New Orleans right now. They had a line of storms come through just a little bit earlier, still seeing some heavy rain there, and then the rest of the storms pushing south into the Gulf of Mexico. Our temperature, 83. Dew point is at 69. It's trying to come down a little bit, but it's still very humid. East-southeasterly winds at 8. We'll be up around 90 this afternoon. 88 Canyon Lake, 91 in Hondo, 91 in Uvalde. Warm all the way around and humid all the way around. Here's a look at our forecast for today. And as we get into the afternoon, now this particular computer model, it's kind of the outlier, but it does show 1 or 2 storms developing down here along the coast. We'll certainly watch that. I think there is a possibility for that. So if you're watching from Goliad or Victoria, an isolated storm certainly can't be ruled out, but I don't think we see it here in San Antonio. Clouds shift back in tomorrow. We'll get some drizzle. Could be a little bit damp for your Tuesday morning commute. And basically bet on that every day this week with this kind of moisture that we have in place. mist, drizzle, some fog possible each and every morning this week. And then as we get into the afternoon tomorrow, we'll watch for a few storms out west, Del Rio to Eagle Pass, but I think tomorrow's fairly isolated. Anything that we see will be fairly isolated. Then as we get into Wednesday, shows some showers, maybe a few storms around. This particular model for Wednesday afternoon does not show a lot, but I think the way the atmosphere is set up, and we talked about this last half hour with these little ripples coming through in the upper part of the atmosphere, we could see some showers and storms develop. It's just hard to nail down the timing and exact location. So know that that is possible. As we get into Wednesday, the Storm Prediction Center does have our area within a risk, an isolated risk for severe weather. Now, the better risk is going to be up there across parts of Oklahoma yet again, but even in our area, we're going to have to watch for it. And there could even be some pockets of heavy rain depending on where some of these storms develop. But it's going to be kind of a wait and see thing, unfortunately. 88 degrees coming up tomorrow, 20% chance of rain. We'll go 40% chance Wednesday and Thursday with a couple of strong storms mixed in there. And then even some chances for rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That doesn't mean everyone's going to see severe weather, and it does not mean everyone's going to get rain. But at least we have some opportunities coming up, guys.
Thank you, Justin. And coming up after the break, the headaches downtown construction is causing for commuters and what you can do to avoid those headaches and the construction. Construction work has turned busy streets into blacked off cone zones, and we saw the impact of that during Fiesta.
Katrina Weber found out how people are getting over those bumps in the road.
No matter how much he prepares, Steve Wood knows he's in for a rough ride. He's getting ready to give a downtown bike tour, lately full of detours.
We may find out that yesterday that street was open, today that street is closed.
Road construction, he says, has him constantly rerouting. Cone zones have closed off several main streets.
Luckily, we have the flexibility to work around things. We just have to explain to our guests, well, you may not see the Alamo today.
The city of San Antonio is doing major long-term work on a stretch of Broadway south of Hildebrand, on and around Santa Rosa Street, and on South Alamo between Market and Cesar Chavez.
Oh, it's a mess. Yeah.
So
it's a lot of construction going on.
The street closures can catch some visitors by surprise. Others live with this every day.
It definitely takes some navigation getting through this. I log into where I'm going, where I'm leaving from, where I'm going, and it gives me all kinds of routes.
Christopher Moore uses a phone app to get around by bus. He has parked his car for good at his downtown home, but he says his usual 15-minute trip to work is now an hour-long ordeal. In some cases, even walking can be difficult. If I was trying to cross from this corner to, say, Hemisphere Park over there, well, there just aren't a lot of options. We saw some people chancing it by crossing in the middle of busy Cesar Chavez. A few blocks away, this couple is doing their best to feel festive instead of frustrated.
We'd like for it to be done and so we can get around a lot easier.
They say they sometimes drive the back roads, but often end up stuck in traffic.
You just have to wait it out.
Oh, definitely. Playing, of course, their favorite music and the radio, and you just have to have patience.
For others, the end of the road for the construction work can't come soon enough.
So what you need? You need some springtime fun, a great brunch, and maybe a margarita to get over all that, right?
SA Live is all about the food today, right, Mike and Fiona?
We've got to have a food theme because we always have a food theme here. Yes.
Yes, Ashley Griggs, owner of Piece of Cake, is here with a great recipe for Black History Month.
I see some beautiful catfish here that we're going to be frying up. What are we making?
So we are making a cornbread soul food bowl.
Ooh, what all goes in a cornbread soul food bowl? I'm looking at it right there.
So we have some fried catfish, some greens, and some mac and cheese.
Ooh, we're going to be eating good. today. And they need something to wash it down with. And it is the day that Sebastian Dubonnet has been waiting for. It is
National Margarita Day.
All right, what kind of margarita? What kind of
and we have here
using?
the freshest margarita with Milagro tequila, 100% blue agave, and we just replaced the orange liquor for agave syrup with some fresh lime.
Oh,
it's delicious.
All right, we are going to tell you all about that at the Pink Shark and what they are going to be dishing out.
Yes, indeed. They're starting to serve breakfast. I went there and had a little taste. It's good. And more on SA Live.